Back to work. Now, we know by military studies uh, that the most capable athlete in the world in his generation was not Jan Michael Vincent, it was Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. All right. He was quicker and faster than anyone alive, and he could jump higher when needed than any other person on the planet. Okay. He was quicker and faster. He could run faster. He could move away and move. And I could also, there's the amazing thing about it is I could be running at full speed and change direction quicker than people. I could stop quicker than other people. I used to watch people on TV and think, why do you keep going? Why didn't you just stop? And not everybody can. Okay. Not everybody can get going full speed and get going as quick as I could from stop to full speed to start to, I didn't realize, like my boy Link, why don't you just do this? I can't, right? Or all I can't, right? I quit playing sports because my coaches would try to use me aggressively within the rules to hurt other people to win. It was fundamentally wrong. Okay. And they thought I was arrogant. I would try to explain to them, I will still win. I just will not do anything within the rules to hurt other people. And I would tell that to Coach Treviso. I'm not going to disable permanently somebody or hurt myself, or definitely not hurt them. If I put myself in to get hurt, that's a decision I make. But if I make a decision to hurt somebody else, okay, put an extra $5,000 in your paycheck or get you a job at New Mexico State doing this for lots more money, I'm not willing to do that, is what I told him. And I see why he got indignant and shitty to me and got me to quit the team and didn't want to play me. I questioned his integrity. It was like Don Carlo and Don whatever on Zorro. You impugn my honor. You question my honor. You've insulted Spanish womanhood, And that's what I was doing. I mean, his mother raised him, right? So all that indoctrination, all that tribalization, all that culmination, 10,000 years of dysfunctional comparisons and competing and fighting and just behaving like animals, You have one guy who's just more talented and more civilized than everybody else. Okay. One of the greatest teachers of all time. I don't want to be one of the greatest teachers of all time. You guys already had the Bible. You already had Jesus say, forgive debt, trespass, love one another. He's most of you morons just freaking God and you won't obey him. And then you'd tell me, no, his being crucified saved me, not him teaching me how to live the Lord's Prayer. Yeah, I played basketball. I tried to play basketball, Mayfield High School, Las Cruces High School, Deer Valley High School, Dean Morgan Junior High, Colville Junior High. I tried. Okay. But that comparison, that competing, when you're 13 years old and you understand athletics better than the guy who's coaching you because he's a music teacher that can't play ball at all, and you've been able to play ball and understand how to play ball and do things. My dad would sit and talk to me before I ever played for Coach Spitzer at Colville Junior High. Okay. And we watched the stuff about Dennis Johnson, and they talked about his shooting percentage. It was like 39%. And Dad sat there and talked to me about analytics and percentages and angles and this and that. And so what I figured is, because I watched Dennis and I watched Gus play, I figured, okay, I was quicker. I had my quickness. I wrote it down. I used my quickness to get my shots off. And I figured it was better. The closer you get, the better the percentage. Okay. And I figured mid-range was my thing because I was quicker and I was faster and I could jump. And if you try to attack the basket, they will hurt you, like Coach Treviso. Okay. If you can do it within mid-range and play within the rules and keep them backpedaling and trying to guard you and stuff, you can just jump up. And Dad talked to me about how to aim, and all it wasn't shooting form, it was just getting in close position with great athleticism, exceptional athleticism, and then just shooting like I do in the barn. Okay. And Coach, what's his face, Kendall, didn't have that athleticism. He wanted me to shoot like Des Shakes or Kyle Korver all the time. Kyle Korver he's not the quickest player on the planet. He's not the fastest player on the planet. He can't jump higher than anybody at any given time. Okay. Don't tell me how to shoot. I'm not Kyle Korver. I'm not Steph Curry. I'm faster than Steph Curry. I'm quicker than Steph Curry, and I can jump higher than Steph Curry. I'm faster than Michael Jordan. I'm quicker than Michael Jordan. I can jump higher than Michael Jordan. Okay. Don't tell me how to shoot. I will show you. You ever gone for 30 and a quarter, coach? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I would tell him. I'd get frustrated. I learned the fundamentals from Coach Sewell back in elementary. Me and my dad had this talk right before junior high about Dennis Johnson and his shooting percentage. So I sat and practiced, and what I practiced was mid-range shots with speed and quickness and athleticism to get the shot off. I notice if you jump too high, you have to jump and land, and it's hard on the body, and they will try to hurt you because you embarrass them. So I tried to do it within 2 to 3 feet instead of 4 to 5 feet. And I thought about trying to jump harder. I worked about on jumping higher, but I didn't need to. I already could. Okay. I had a psychological thing that stopped me. There was a band named Jesus Christ in my head, wouldn't let me do it. Guys, when I practiced my dunk shot at the park all by myself in Phoenix, I was doing a tomahawk dunk down the baseline to practice my dunking because I didn't think I was very good at dunking. How many 5'11" people do you know sit there and practice for an hour a tomahawk dunk from the left baseline? There's not many. Okay, that have bruises all over their forearms and their wrist, practicing their dunk shot at the park. Okay, a tomahawk, because I had smaller hands. I don't have big hands, and I had to cup the ball to dunk it. Now, when I was in the game, my adrenaline was flowing. I didn't have to. But I never got the opportunity. People always ran under me or pushed me and undercut me and tried to judo flip me. So I just figured, okay, I just won't dunk very often. Never got a dunk in an organized basketball game, not even at the park. Okay? People would get in my way and try to hurt me. Okay? They would have somebody stay under the basket and, you know, understand? Okay? They just wouldn't allow it to happen. That's why I got technicaled out of that game in junior high my freshman year. I stole the ball. One of the kids on my team ran ahead, and the coach would bench you if you didn't pass it to someone ahead of you. I stole the ball like everybody wants to at right at the top of the key at half court, and I was going to take it and go dunk it. Because my adrenaline was flowing, everybody was in the gym. I was excited. And then I saw Chris run ahead of me, and I didn't want to get benched because I wanted to play. And then at the last second, I double dribbled because I wanted to dunk. And then I realized I had to pass or I would get in trouble from the coach. And then when I double dribbled, I bounced the ball real hard and caught it, and the ref called the technical foul on me. And then I said, well, I was just frustrated, and he technicaled me out of the game and then apologized after the game. Yeah, it sucked. That happened to me a lot. Still happens to me now. Okay. Now, let's talk to people that went to college and are now multi-billionaires on TV and think they're the greatest of all time in their Joe Montana uniforms. People like that. Okay. You are a product of industrialization and tribalization. If you sit and watch 3:10 to Yuma, Windwalker, all those old movies, those Westerns, okay. You have what you perceive as a lack of civilization where people can take risk-reward behaviors and come out with it's better to die under a Cheyenne woman's blanket than it is to die under the war hoofs of a horse. Okay? Risk-reward factors. Okay? And behaviors. You know, this other guy acts real brave but gets killed trying to protect people from marauding hordes or cavalry. I'm going to go out and go rogue and go rape all the women I want, and I can have sex with a lot hotter women than guys who stay in a civilized tribe and ask women if they can come a courting, and if they say no, you don't get to date them and have sex with them, and their dad agrees and says you're too big of an asshole. So you go raping because you can, because it's the Wild Wild West. They want money. How are we any different? Okay. Then 1492, 1842, okay, or 1953. With a cloud of dust and a hearty hi-oh silver. And they said that Star Wars is just the Western gone to space. Okay. You have these kids, this gracious kid, they're going to try to kill him in El Paso and they want to kill him. But you're like, you guys didn't give him the Lord's Prayer. You guys gave him Grand Theft Auto, Penguin, The Sopranos, The Godfather, okay? Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Fortnite, okay? What did you expect from a kid with autism in the 21st century in a town of intense, aggressive genocidal operations and tribalism? Okay. It's not a question of if it's going to happen, it's when and how bad is it going to be? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you people? What are you learning in your institutions of higher learning? Risk reward, competition, conflict, success. Okay? The best products, how to stay out of genocidal cesspools like in ghettos or agricultural districts in the Southwest where they mass murder people through chemical companies, okay, to manage the surplus population. And that's radically changed, okay? There's less Catholic behaviors among poor Mexicans now because they can't afford Catholic behaviors because it's hard to pay for 18 kids. So you use condoms or you use forms of chemical birth control. Okay. Do you understand? And they've been encouraged for years since Liberace Richard to be homosexual, not reproduce and be successful being an actor, a screenwriter, a singer, a songwriter, or a fashion designer. And then people try to be different from the crowd and they resist being like the crowd and they self-mutilate to be different and they act bizarre and crazy to have people not hang around with them unless they feel somebody else that can relate to them that wants to self-mutilate because they don't fit in, because they're a misfit. Herbie wants to be a dentist, and Rudolph's nose glows. You guys aren't Islam and Christianity. You smell of beef and cheese, and you sit on a throne of lies at Gimbel's. Or you're at a party with the Real Housewives of Dubai, but you're not Muslims, and you're definitely not Christians. I love you.